Hello, hello. Welcome to unplanned live stream. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's doing well. We've got one person on, and I think I know who's watching right now. Probably Scrub Jay. Um, so I hope you're having a great day wherever you are in the world. Just wanted to share a little bit about today. Today, my mother and I, we went to, I'm currently living in the state of Minnesota, just for the time being. And it's definitely, I think it's one of the more strict states in the 50, probably with Michigan and New York and California and a few other states that are experiencing semi-lockdowns. So the last few weeks, restaurants have been shut down. I think I want to say about 2 weeks, a week or 2 weeks before Thanksgiving is when the governor decided, "Ooh, COVID is it's coming back up, so we've got to shut down, the restaurants for a temporal pause of 4 weeks." And then it only just expanded, which I knew it would happen, and everyone has a brain in Minnesota knew it wasn't going to be 4 weeks only. So it's continued to go on, but this is a video about light and about people. I don't want to say breaking the law because they're not breaking the law. What the governors of these states are, they're breaking the law. So we had a group. There's a few different groups in Minnesota. Well, I think some have Facebook groups. I'm not sure. I don't have Facebook, but irregardless, there's a group of people that are collaborating. Restaurants, gyms, anything that is on that list of things that cannot be open for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and all these certain activities that they don't want people to gather during because of the China virus. So today I went to, and the title of this, I thought it was kind of catchy, Church in a Restaurant. And so there's several, I think there's probably about 150, and it's just increasing every day. People are starting to say, okay, we're not going to have the second lockdown. We're not going to keep having our business ruined and our livelihood ruined. We're taking things into our own hands. We're bringing back, we're opening up. We're not going to be in a lockdown anymore. We're done with this. We know that Target, Walmart, Home Depot, all the big Best Buy, can't forget Best Buy. That's where you get your propaganda machines, right? That's where you buy your cell phones and your computers. That's where you get your propaganda machines. All these big box, big retailers, they're open. They're always open. The small stores, the small restaurants, they're closed. So today we went to a restaurant in Minnesota. And remember, we are in semi-lockdown. Restaurants are not allowed to be open. And if they're open, they can have, takeout or delivery, of course. But in-house seating closed. So my mother and I decided, instead of going to St. Paul to protest with other people in the state of Minnesota, in St. Paul, Governor Walz's mansion, we decided, hey, instead of doing that today, let's go to a restaurant and support them by dining at their fine establishment. And that's exactly what we did. And it was above and beyond what I ever could expect. So we found a place that was close by our house, about 30 minutes away. And we just decided, let's just head there. So right before we left, I was a little bit, I was excited. I wasn't sure how the atmosphere would be. It's open. They're defying the orders, the executive order of the governor of Minnesota, and how is this going to play out? It played out again, more perfect than I could ever expect. Yes, Chun TV. Yes. Oh, Jimmy. Hey, that's Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy. Yes, my brother. Listen in, okay? Listen in. This is important stuff. So, I'm sorry. I was just reading the chat. So we went to the restaurant, my mother and I, and it was awesome. The atmosphere was absolutely excellent. Everyone in there Guess who was wearing masks when we got? And the place is packed, packed, full of people. No one's wearing masks. No one, there's no tables shut down. Oh, you can't sit here. Everything was open. Everything was normal. It was like it was 2019 again. It was awesome. There was, oh, Brandon, that sounds so scary. Well, guess what? In 2019, there was also the thing called the flu too. And 2018 had the flu, and 2017 had the flu. So it was an awesome, it was an awesome, just a sense of like, wow, this is so nice to enter into this restaurant in Minnesota, albeit they're all closed except a few of them that have decided, no, we're going to step out, defy the orders, because what these orders are is they're tyrannical. They're losing our businesses. They're losing our livelihood. We need to work. We need to go back to work. We need to provide services, and we're going to do that. So we went in there. We had a great meal. It was so amazing just to sit down. Everyone, the place was just, the atmosphere was buzzing. Just with a good, everyone was smiling, having fun with their family. And again, this is something that's just so normal. We need to be around people. We need to be around humans. We need to be close proximity. We need to interact. We need to talk and just, have small chat. It's fun. It's enjoyable. So from the get-go, when we got there was actually a wait. We got there at around 2 o'clock. So kind of late lunch, there was still a wait. There was people waiting outside to get inside. There was no dining outside. It was, everything was inside. And so I think some places in Minnesota have said like, well, okay, we'll eat outside. Is that okay? But no ridiculous thing like that. In winter, no, we're going to eat inside like a normal human being. So we all ate inside, but there was a wait. And when we got there, we met some interesting people. We met a few state representatives of Minnesota, a House representative and a senator that were at this restaurant. So I got their business cards, and they're talking about they're just there to support the restaurant as well, to support the local industry. And as these representatives should be doing, right? They should be wanting businesses in Minnesota to be thriving and prospering. That's something that a representative should want. So we got to meet them right away, which was just a fun, kind of a treat. And then we were talking with everyone. We met a pastor there. We met people from all over, and they weren't locals. They weren't people from that city eating there. They were people that drove an hour. I would say most people drove 45 minutes to an hour away to get to that restaurant because they found it on the list and they said, hey, let's check that out today. Hey, we want to go out to eat like a normal human being, so let's go do that. We have freedoms. Let's go exercise our freedom. We have a thing called the Constitution. Let's go exercise our freedom and go, oh my gosh, we might take a risk, but we're taking a risk when we drive a car. We're going to take a risk when we go to a restaurant. There are some risks. Actually, there are a lot of risks in life. Okay. There's no guarantee. We're going to take those risks to go enjoy ourselves with family, with friends. So we did. And a lot of people did. And it was packed the whole time we were there. We were just smiling. We were talking to people sitting next to us. This one couple came in, I think probably when we got our food. So we were already there for about 30 minutes, but they came in and they had their masks on. You could tell that they kind of had it on their nose or, kind of hanging down. And we said, you don't need those masks in here. And he's like, good. And he just took them off. And so they sat down just right from us and we talked and they said, come over, come eat with us. And so we sat down after our meal. We went and met with them, and they were from a city about an hour away from there. Just a great time. We just had such a fun time, just talking about what's happening in the world. And then most of the people I would say that were there were yes, awesome. Yes, uncertainty. Yes, amen. Pure grace. Yes. So we were just chatting. You know what it was? It was what people were doing back then when this country was founded. They were meeting up at pubs. They were meeting up at places and getting together and talking about the current state of the current state of the state of Minnesota, the current state of the country, the current state of the world. And so we were just talking about regular stuff, what's happening in the world, what's going on, and this is exactly what was so fulfilling, what was so enjoyable. It was just so enjoyable just to hang out with real people, not to be on a live stream, not to be texting people, but to see people's face. No mask, get to see their emotions, get to experience that atmosphere was just so electrifying. We were there. We were there for 3.5 hours. We thought we were going to go enjoy a nice meal, support them, but we stayed for 3.5 hours because, again, we were enjoying the sense of freedom. I guess you could say we were enjoying that. We were enjoying being with people. It was the most, I would say it was the healthiest dose of medicine you could have. It was the opposite of depressing. It was not sitting in your home. It was not having negative thought. It was fun when you come together in a group, and you can't, there's nothing that tops that. That it's the most fun thing to get together, to interact, to have fun, to have a meal. Nothing's better than that. And so, yeah, we just had a great time. We spent time, again, most of the time, my voice is a little bit tired because we were just talking and laughing with people the whole time. So it was just a nice thing. There's many restaurants around the state that are doing that. So if you live in Minnesota right now, if you live in Minnesota, there is a list of restaurants. I think it's called it's like Reopen Minnesota or Open Minnesota. I can't recall exactly what it is. Google it, you'll find it. And yeah, go support those local places, because when they're shut down for a month, they've already been shut down in the spring for several months. If they're shut down anymore, most of these places are done. They're done. The government's not going to support them. The government's not going to give them money to start back up. This is the government's plan. Let's do a news alert. The government doesn't want these places open. They want big. Why are the Walmarts, the Home Depots, Menards? That's another big store in Minnesota. The Targets. Why are these stores open? Why is there's never been a problem with them? They've never been shut down. Why? It's because these are billionaires with a B. They're paying for a place in at the table, if you will, the table of influence. They're paying for it, and they don't have to shut down because they can just throw some money at people, at some politicians, and the politicians will say, no problem, we'll stay open. You can stay open, no problem, no problem. But these small shops, they don't have that option. They don't have that option to just, hey, can we? No, the government will say, no, you're done. This is happening in New York. This is happening in California. It's happening all over the country. It's happening all over the world. And it has to stop. And so this is the only time that we can fight right now, when these things aren't laws. And in fact, the business is shutting down. The government saying you have to shut down that is unlawful. There is no place where they can decide to shut a restaurant down in America. They have no authority in that. And that's where a lot of people today, they don't understand their authority in relationship with the government. The government in America and Minnesota, we, the people, control the government. The government, it's not the opposite way. But today, the atmosphere of we've got to be kind and nice to everyone. So if the government says we should shut down, we better shut down. But how does this happen? It happens because we're ill-informed. We are uninformed. We do not know our authority again. We don't understand that. No. My Constitution says I have the ability to operate here. I have the ability for people to come and publicly come to this restaurant if they want, this store. There's nowhere it says the government has authority to tell you to open and to shut. No, that's not capitalism. That is not freedom. But again, the spirit of be courteous, be kind to other people, shut your business down, make sure you wear a mask, because we don't want other people to be scared and offended and to get sick. So make sure hey, have that mask over your nose too. It might you might kill someone with COVID. Oh my gosh, because you're so sick, you better wear a mask. Okay. So this is, and it's a lot of young people, and it's happening more and more. Every time I see people, they're conditioned in their brain now. I got to put my mask on. Every time you watch them get in the store and they put it on, they're conditioned already. After 8 months, after 9 months, they're conditioned in their brain that they better wear a mask. Otherwise, they're going to get in trouble, that the government's going to come after them. In Minnesota, it's illegal to wear a mask. I have read the law. I've read the executive order from Walz, the governor. His executive order is less authoritative than the current state laws. And the current state laws say the concealment of your identity, when you have a mask or a scarf or something over your face that covers your face, even if it's for medical purposes. I have read the law of Minnesota, it is illegal to do that when you enter an establishment like a restaurant or a store. Because let's have a common sense check right now. Hold on. Before 2020, if anyone wore a mask or a scarf or something around their face and they walked in a store, what does common sense tell us? That person's trying to cover up their face so we don't know what, so we don't know who they are. Why are they doing that? Ding, ding, ding. They're going to rob the place, or they're going to do something bad. They're going to commit a crime. It is illegal. The people that created the law in Minnesota and many states have a law similar to that. The concealment of identity. Okay, you cannot do that even for medical purposes. Read the Minnesota law, the Constitution. You'll see it. Okay, I can't say that for every state, but for Minnesota, I have read it. I am certain this video will be deleted, and I don't care anymore. I'm going to speak freely. So that's why, please, I'm going to say, please follow me on Rumble. Oops, that's not it. If you, I think I'll just send it again, but I have sent it in the chat. You can follow me on Rumble. That is the new future. YouTube is about to be done, I think, for me. I got one strike last week. They said, we deleted your video because what you said about COVID is incorrect. So YouTube now decides what's correct and what's incorrect. So please follow me on Rumble. Rumble is a service that is just like YouTube. It's not as good yet, but it is freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want. You don't have to worry about people censoring you, i.e. Google and YouTube and Twitter and Facebook, all these things. They're all becoming more and more censored. They're censoring people more and more. So please, there is no live stream available on Rumble yet, but I watched the CEO a few days ago, 2021. He said, we're going to try to have a live stream, but the number one reason they don't, why? It costs a lot of money to make a live stream program on your platform. YouTube has billions of dollars now, so they can do it, but this company is still small. So they're going to try their best to do a live stream feature on Rumble. So please, if that happens, if there's a live stream feature on Rumble, I'll just delete YouTube. I'm done. I'm tired of Google. I'm tired of YouTube. I'm tired of Silicon Valley. I'm tired of all these companies deciding what is correct and what is incorrect. YouTube is not health officials. I've read the Danish study from Denmark, okay, about the mask wearer and the non-mask wearer, okay? So I know a little bit about this, all right? The masks don't work, so I can say that. And now, again, YouTube's gonna say, incorrect, Brandon, masks work. They stop COVID. No, they don't. It goes right through it. It goes right through it. So just stop lying, okay? We're living in an age where information, people are watching right now. People believe everything that comes out of the internet, everything the news says, everything that comes out of someone's mouth, people believe now. No one has what is critical thinking? It means looking at something, observing it, thinking about it, and making your own assumption whether what you just heard is true or false, okay? And then living your life accordingly. Everyone today believes whatever comes out of the news, whatever comes out, they believe the news is for us. They believe that, well, the news said it, so I guess, yeah, I better stay home. I better not go out. Oh my gosh, I better wear a mask when I'm sleeping, and I better put it over my eyes too, because COVID could go through my eyes. I'm being a little bit funny right now, but I hope you can sense that. I'm trying to be funny. Anyway, today, and why do I say, I'll go back to the restaurant. Why do I say church at the restaurant? Because there was a lot of patriots. Everyone in there was there to support that restaurant. They found it on the website. They said, hey, we're going to take time out of our day. We're going to go support that restaurant. So it was church because a lot of these people, patriots, a lot of them were Christians saying, we're tired of this. We're not doing this. We're not taking this vaccine. People are talking about, we have to get the vaccine. Well, now they're saying in the vaccine that you still have to wear a mask. Guys, it never ends. If we let the government keep going, it never ends. It never ends. You take the vaccine, you still have to wear the mask. What do you mean? I mean, it's never going to end. If people just think 2021, I can't wait, then we won't have to do anything. It's never, guys, unless we stand up now all over the world. And there are certain countries that actually are COVID free. And what do I mean by COVID free? I was watching a video and it was recent. It was recent because they were wearing masks on the plane. But when they got to Egypt, this one guy was asking all these people, "Hey, why aren't you wearing masks?" No one in Egypt right now, 0 people are wearing masks. They said, we don't care. We don't wear the mask. The sun will kill the virus. We don't care here." So there are other countries. Now, I know there are some countries around the world that are still in lockdown or semi-lockdown, but there are also other countries and other states in America that are open. Florida is completely open. Arizona, when I was there, it was open. I know, you know, there probably was some restrictions, but the restaurants were open. So Minnesota and a few other ones, if you're watching from Minnesota and you think, oh my gosh, all the states are like that, incorrect. And if you think, oh my gosh, America is the only one that's being locked down right now, incorrect. There are other countries, but then there are also, again, examples, i.e. Egypt out of all the places that are open. We have to start analyzing. We have to start thinking differently. We just can't follow the media anymore. The media around the world, and especially I can say in America, is fallen. It's fallen to the Chinese Communist Party. It has fallen to the Chinese Red Communist Party. And it's the truth. There's people this last week, we had so many people get uncovered from all the stuff that was happening, in America. There was senators that were connected to China, all these pictures with them and the Chinese president. And we're the only place right now that we have to fight. We have to stand up as Christians. We have to fight. So yeah, at the restaurant, I'm just so excited that more and more, I know more and more people, more and more businesses are going to open up and say enough is enough. And the cops drove by today in this certain location. They just drove right by. They didn't care. Most of the cops, most of the sheriffs in small towns don't care. And well, they do care. They care for the business and they want them open. And that's why they're not coming in saying, hey, this should be shut down according to Governor Walz. No, even in New York and in California, the same. There are certain precincts, certain police officers that are saying, we're not putting up with this. We are not going to enforce these silly, illogical laws. Okay, bars have to be shut down or restaurants have to be shut down by 10 because COVID comes out at 10:01. Okay, none of this makes sense. And also, if you're in Minnesota, listen to this. The restaurants and the coffee shops at the airport in Minneapolis, St. Paul International Airport, are they open or closed? Well, I've flown the last 2 months, I've flown out of there 3 or 4 times. They are in fact open. They are all open at the international airport. How can you tell us the international airport in Minnesota, those restaurants are fine, but anything else in the state has to be shut down? How can you do that? I hope some business owners are hearing this right now, because a lot of people aren't traveling right now. If you need to contact me, I can guarantee they're open right now. At least when I was there 5 days ago, they were open. So keep that in mind. That's double standards. The restaurants at the airport can be open, but you guys can't be. It's double standards. It's picking and choosing. The governor and the politicians don't get to do that for us. They don't get to pick and choose. But in fact, the people get to pick and choose who we put in there, who we put in for the representatives. We get to pick and choose. Okay. The picking and choosing is done by us, not by them. All right. They represent us. And it's time for us to get back and engage in the politics. Oh, I'm a Christian. I can't engage in politics. You better believe you have to. If you don't, we're done. The Christian has to engage and be involved, not only in voting, but now going to the city meetings, the school board, the local government, and yes, the state, and yes, the national. We've got to get involved. And we met a guy tonight at the same thing. He was saying, it's fun to go in front of the governor's mansion. That's great. We need to do that. But we need to be involved at the small scale level for our children, for our small town communities, for our state, and then yes, to the federal. You've got to start somewhere though. So the Christian in politics, oh my gosh, that's like a bad word. No, no, it's not. We've been brainwashed to think. And a lot of churches have said, we don't talk about politics the last, 15 or 20 years, 10 years. We don't talk about politics here. If you're a Republican or Democrat, it's because they're, honestly, I'm sorry to say, but they're more concerned about their congregation and what oh, if he says anything about Republicans, then I'm going to leave because I'm a Democrat. They're more concerned about the people. Now, we're not saying the pastor should say, if you're a Democrat or Republican, you're going to hell or heaven. No, no, no. But you need to talk. We need to be able to talk about that stuff in the church. That's what we did today at the restaurant. We were coming together and we're saying we just want a free, open, prosperous economy, freedom to do what you want, like we used to have, and and just to open back up. We want the ability, and we don't want, oh, you can open back up if you take the vaccine. We're not taking the vaccine. Since when in history? When in history has there ever been such a quick? Okay, we've only heard about COVID from like February or January, and then now you're talking about mandatory vaccination. What are you talking about? No, we refuse that. I reject that. Unbelievable. The survival rate of this Chinese virus is 99%. I reject you're going to tell me I have to vaccinate? No, no, no. We live in such a consumer society. You have a back pain, take a pill. You have this, take a pill. Okay. Oh, China virus, take no shot. No, guys, we have to start critically thinking. Unbelievable. No way we're going to do that. Other parts of the world, like India and stuff like this, they don't understand that, because they say, oh, you have a back pain? Here's an herb that will fix that. Hell, you have high blood pressure? Take this. This is a natural thing from a tree. This will help you lower your blood pressure. We need to have that mindset. God gave us, first of all, we have been healed by his stripes, okay, by Jesus Christ. But second of all, if you don't want to believe that, let's just say God has given us herbs, actual medicine, I'll say, by just nature, for us to be healthy, to eat good, to eat things that are healthy. So don't have this mind. We can't have this mindset now, because guess what? If we get this vaccination, okay, next year they're going to have another virus. Oh, are you going to get that one? When are you going to stop? When is it going to be enough? No way. No way. They're already trying to control us, and they're doing very well at it by the media, through YouTube, through our smartphones. Now they're trying to get inside of your body and your bloodstream. No way. If you're a Christian and you're listening, you cannot take this vaccine. I don't care what you think. You can't do it. It's simply unacceptable to think that 10 months ago, we didn't even know what this was. And now suddenly, because of all the fear mongering from the propaganda for the last year now that we have to take a vaccine, no way, no way. All these public demonstrations, public demonstrations of, here, watch, she's getting his vaccine, she's getting his vaccine. It's a bunch, it is the closest thing I've ever seen to propaganda in my life. Why would you, if you have to show us on TV that someone's getting a vaccine so that we want to take it? What are you doing? Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And people are buying into it. Oh my gosh, well, I better take it because, dude, we've got to get past the sheep mentality. Everyone wants to be in the herd. No one wants to be the sheep herder. Everyone wants to be close proximity to the other sheep. We've got to get up. We've got to stand up. We can't have this anymore. We've got to take back this country. We've got to take back this world. We've got to have freedoms. We cannot have this fear anymore. Our children need to go to school. Our children need to go to school without masks on. They got to get off the Zoom calls. They hate that. They want to be around their friends and play with their friends. We're humans. We need to interact with people again. We can't stay in our room all day, our house all day. Man, unbelievable. We've got to wake up. And it's only going to start. It's only going to keep going. And the thing is, people are. So I'm not ending on a negative. I'm not trying to speak negative. I'm just, whenever I get intense, it's because, well, I'm an intense person, whether it's for good or bad. I'm intense. I'm intense. Okay. We've got to wake up, and people are waking up. There are people in America who are starting to see more than ever, whether, maybe the person at the table said, yeah, this guy was talking about all this stuff, 10 years ago. We thought he was crazy. And now we're like, that guy was smart, buying, certain things, water and ammunition and all these things, saving up for a crisis. And I'm not putting fear out there, but that guy is smart. And, we need to be grounded in Jesus Christ. You need to, hey, we're all going to die. I'm not saying it's going to be from a virus, but do you know where you're going after this life? There's two places. There's heaven and hell. And so that's probably good to get your house in order, your mind in order. Do I believe in this or not? Instead of thinking about, should I get a vaccine? Who cares if you get a vaccine anyway? If you got a vaccine, you're still going to die someday. So we need to start thinking for ourselves. We cannot be on this computer 24/7. We cannot be on these smartphones 24/7. It's not giving us peace. We need to be in control of our mind. We need to be in control of our mind. So there's a lot of good stuff going on. Trump will be your president, and he is our president in America right now, and he will be the president for the next 4 years. So if you're a liberal or anyone on here and you don't believe that, it's for the best for the world. It's not because I love Trump so much or I love this person or that person. It's because Trump is fighting. It's an uphill battle because there has been, think about this, guys. Think about this. You get elected as a representative or a senator, right? You go to Congress, you go to Washington, okay? Once you get elected, so to speak, you can kick back and just relax. I mean, yes, there are certain people that are writing bills and trying to do things, and they are. But when you work in a government position like that, you're a representative, you got elected, you have a 2-year term or a 4-year term, okay? You can kind of relax. It's the opposite. It's the opposite mindset of, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm starting a company up right now. I'm starting a company up. I have no money. I have no employees. I have to think creatively. I have to work hard. I have to try to avoid paying a lot of money so I can make some money for myself and for my employees, and to keep making this product, this idea, this service, right? The government is the opposite of that, right? I get into the House of Representatives. Yeah, I just won. Whoa, awesome. I'm getting paid now every year without whatever I do. I vote on some bills. I don't vote. Okay. And they're always just thinking, hold on, I got 2 more years until I have to, my term is up and I have to, go out on the campaign trail and wave and smile and shake hands again so I can get back in here and get paid by the government, paid so I can just continue to hang out here. There's no idea of being creative. There's no idea of, I have to go do something today. It's just, again, now, am I saying that they don't do anything? Yes, but they don't have to be as hungry as an entrepreneur. They don't have to be as hungry. They don't have to go out and do something, right? And so what's happened? Well, we've had a lot of people in there the last 50, 60 years, 100 years, okay? It goes far back. It goes far back, where they've just been complacent. They've been just hanging out. And we, the people, have been making businesses and going and working and doing this and that. And we have not been participating in the political arena. So why do people hate Trump right now? Why do people hate Trump? My dog is coming in. He has the ball in his mouth right now. Why do people hate Trump? Because he was a businessman. He was a businessman his whole entire life. He had to work. He had to be on the phone all day. He had to be making things happen. Otherwise, he was going to go to business. Now, that man is in the Oval Office. He's in the White House, okay? He has a mentality now of that entrepreneur. He's got to do something today. Hey, what do I have to do? We got to do something today. Not just, let's just sit out, hang out. Let's go do, let's just go hang out. No. He has the idea of, I've got to do something. So if draining the swamp, what he's talking about is getting rid of politicians who are doing nothing, people that are writing bills that are stealing freedoms, people that are trying to raise taxes. It's these politicians minus Trump and a few select people, because there's not many anymore, even Republicans, rhinos. Okay. These people, they're kind of puppets. They're not really doing anything. And so Trump is trying his best to expose these people. And trying to get these people and the news and the media, the propaganda as well. So we can start to get good news stations with real news. We can get real politicians actually doing their job and representing the people. So that means not themselves, right? But the mass, like, oh, I'm a representative of Minnesota, this part. So I have 500,000 people I represent. Not myself, but I represent the people again. That's what Trump's doing. That is what Trump is doing. So if you're kind of unsure about Trump, he is good. He is a good man with good values, good ideals, and he wants to save this country from destruction. And so this is I support him 100%. That's why I'm wearing this hat. Make America great again. Let's make it great. Let's keep it great. And in doing that, let's make the world great. Let's make other countries in Asia great. Let's bring back freedom. Let's bring back the ability to meet with people, to go to school, to go to church, okay, to gather, not to hide in your home. Your immune system gets weak, and then when you go back out, you're going to get sick. No, you need to get out. You need to touch some germs. Germs are actually good. Your body has an immune system. It fights it, right? It's like when you lift weights, right? You get more muscle. But when you don't train your immune system, when you don't get outside and meet people and shake hands, you got to shake hands. Oh, I'm going to do the elbow bump. No, no, no. Shake hands like a normal person, okay? When you don't do that, though, your immune system doesn't get any new germs, and then you become weak. So this has kind of been a wild video of things all over, but I just wanted to talk about Minnesota is open for business. Governor Walz cannot tell us whether our businesses are open or not. Please go enjoy the restaurants. Find them. You can search them on DuckDuckGo. Just go type in like Minnesota restaurants. You'll find the list. It's a Google sheet of 150. It's added every day with gyms, with restaurants. Go enjoy. Hey, take your family out. I guarantee it will be such a breath of fresh air. You'll be like, man, that was first of all, it was a good meal, but you're going to have so much fun because at all these restaurants, it's the same like-minded people. It's the common sense party. Okay, it's not a Democrat or Republican. It's the common sense party. They're all hanging out, having fun like we always did. Meeting, it's fun. So go do that. Go treat yourself. You deserve it. And I guess that's all I have to say. But tomorrow we're going to do a live stream. Sojin, Chris, our normal 3 people will be on. We'll do a live stream. We'll talk about this. Make sure you go to Rumble and follow me on Rumble. I am 99.9% because I have talked a lot about China virus and all this stuff. I am certain this video will be deleted. I'm surprised the last one I made wasn't, but I'm sure it will. I'm sure I'll be getting kicked off YouTube for good soon, and that's fine. I don't care anymore. I don't care about YouTube. I don't care about Google. My life is still going to go on, and I'm going to use Rumble, and I'll use other sources so you can still see videos because we have the freedom. We have the freedom, okay? So with that being said, God bless you. Have a nice Saturday evening, and keep the faith, keep smiling, and let's keep thinking and making plans for the future. Let's not have this, it's easy, and I do it. It's easy to think kind of closed-minded, like, oh my gosh, the world is coming to an end. And honestly, you have to, it could be, but hey, let's keep an open attitude, and we still should fight back this tyranny, these evil tyrants that are trying to suppress the truth, trying to suppress your freedom, your vote. We should fight back. We should fight back. We should not give up. We should not just sit so compliant. Yeah, God bless you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'm never trying to be sad or angry, so I hope I want to keep a nice, happy presence. But this year has been a wild year. I think it's been a wild year for all of us, but we're gonna come out stronger. There is a movement in America. There's movements around the world in other countries. People are done with this stuff. People are tired of this fake stuff going on. People are tired of it. So we just have to, if we keep going, if we gather together, if we keep going, we're unstoppable. Awesome. Peace out. God bless you. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon.